Hey everybody, Steve Kelly, how you doing? I wanted to make a video. Pretty sure if I've not already done this, I would like to do this. And I know that everyone probably knows it by now. The deck has been out now for about 2 months. But the basis on the Gem Knight FTK, how to do it, how easy it is to pull off, all that good stuff. I did a take just a few minutes ago, and it didn't work out. So hopefully we can get it on this try. So here's our deck. This is Gem Knight FTK. This is how to. This is the basically the layout. There is only 2 cards that you need for this deck to win the game. These 2. So here's how you do it, and this is the cards you need to make it happen. So first things first is you're going to activate your Gem Knight Fusion. You're going to be sending 2 cards to the graveyard. You're going to be sending any Gem Knight monster plus your Black Dragon, and then you summon your Zirconia on the field. And then you would summon one of your Gem Knight monsters. It could be any Gem Knight monster, or Gem monster specifically, so you can summon Armadillo if you want to. And what you do next is you can link summon these 2, and you can summon out Gem Knight Phantom Quartz. When this card is summoned, you can search for a Gem Knight card. So you're going to search for your Gem Knight Fusion, which is a spell card that is ridiculously broken, but we're not going to get into that now. We're just going to know the basis of what it does. You can send from your deck, from your hand or field at the graveyard, fusion materials listed on a fusion type monster, and you can banish one Gem Knight monster from your graveyard to add it back to your hand. So you can pretty much keep recycling this card. So this is your hand so far. What you're going to do is activate Phantom Quartz effect. It has 2 effects, which is really good. To banish your graveyard. Well, what's in your graveyard right now? Actually, not Phantom Quartz, I'm sorry. You're going to activate Black Dragon. Black Dragon's effect is banish 3 Earth monsters from your graveyard. To special summon it, it's like a Dragon Ruler. And you'll special summon it on the field under Phantom Quartz. So, next thing you're going to do is you're going to activate Phantom Quartz effect. Like I said, a second effect, well, this is a second effect, is you can fusion summon from either the graveyard or the banish zone. So you have 3 monsters. We're going to fusion some of those 3 monsters together. Put these guys at the bottom. We're going to put our Zirconia here at the bottom of the extra deck. And we're going to summon out our Lady Brilliant Diamond. We get a free fusion summon for absolutely nothing. So what you're going to do with this Lady Brilliant Diamond, its effect is you can send 1 Gem Knight monster on your side of the field of the graveyard to special summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck, and it's treated as a fusion summon, ignoring its summoning conditions. So we're going to send itself to the graveyard because we don't need it right now. We just need it to have more names in the graveyard for Master Diamond. So we send it to the graveyard to put more monsters on the field, and next thing we're going to do is we're going to send Black Dragon plus Phantom Quartz to the graveyard to special summon on the other side of the zone Mrs. Radiant. Now Mrs. Radiant, it just plays the role of just more open zones, plus it's a Earth. It's basically our Earth attribute to just put more plays if we need a Curious Plate or something. But for now, anyways, we're going to activate our Black Dragon's effect, and we're going to add 3 cards from your deck to the hand. That's what it does. It adds 3 Earth type monsters with the equal level of 8 to hand. So you can add 1 or it's up to 3. Any Earth monster. Or any Earth monsters from your deck to the hand. So for this case, we're going to be grabbing ourselves, not this one, I'm sorry. We're going to be grabbing ourselves a Crystal Rose. Yeah, that's right. Actually, that's right now. What am I doing? Actually, that isn't right. Our card is actually going to be Gem Knight Lapis, which I apparently thought I put it on the top, but I didn't. Just to kind of understand where it comes from and how it works and all that good stuff. There we go. We found one. Okay, sorry about that. So, the best part is we're not so far into this video to where it's too crazy. So now we have ourselves. This is our hand. This is our field. We got a Mrs. Radiant, and on the far right zone we have ourselves a Master Diamond. So what we're going to do next is we're going to fusion summon. Fusion Gem Knight Fusion can activate from hand, and you can fuse yourself a Crystal Rose and a Lapis, which would make you a Seraphonite. And we'll put it in this far. In either zone is actually okay. It's not a big deal. So at this point, we have ourselves a Obsidian in hand, Seraphonite over here, a Mrs. Radiant, and the Master Diamond. What we can do next is we can activate the effect of Crystal Rose to use our previously sent Lady Brilliant Diamond to the graveyard, and we will banish it instead of keeping it in graveyard to activate the effect of Crystal Rose. So Crystal Rose special summons itself from the graveyard, and it has a once per turn effect. The effect of special summon is once for that turn, but the first effect, which is to send one from the deck to the graveyard to copy a name, is more than once per turn. It's just once every time it's summoned. So we can activate our Crystal Rose's effect and send ourselves a Gem Knight Lazuli to the graveyard to add ourselves back a Gem Knight Lapis. Because Lazuli, when it goes to the graveyard, it'll add a normal monster. I believe it's any normal monster. Yeah, one normal monster to the graveyard. So, any normal monster, but in this case, we need ourselves a Lapis. So, the next thing we're going to do is activate the effect of Fusion. Add ourselves back a Gem Knight Fusion by banishing that Lazuli we just sent to the graveyard. And then we can activate the effect of Fusion. And next we're going to, as I remember correctly, just double checking, we're going to be sending ourselves these two to the graveyard. And we can fuse our two monsters together to summon out a Lapis, Lady Lapis Lazuli. This is our burn card. And with that, we can actually activate the effect of Obsidian. When Obsidian sent it to the graveyard, you can special summon one level 4 or lower normal monster from your graveyard to your hand. Or to the field, I'm sorry, not from your hand. That would be a weird... I don't think we're that far into Yu-Gi-Oh! That actually works that way. So, we have 5 monsters on the field. And now we can start activating our Lady Lapis Lazuli's effect, which says that we can send one Gem Knight from either our main deck or our extra deck to the graveyard to burn our opponent 500 for each special summon monster. And we have a total of, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 monsters, so that's 6,000. So we have ourselves another Lady Lapis Lazuli. We're going to be sending that to the graveyard. And we deal our opponent a 3,000 points of damage. So currently they're at 5,000. And then we have our guy from the very beginning of all this, Master Diamond, who can activate his effect. He can copy Lady Lapis Lazuli's effect, so you can banish that. Now it becomes that monster's name and effect, which will then send a Gem Knight monster from our deck to the graveyard. We can send anything. We'll just send this card. Doesn't matter. So now your opponent's currently at 2,000 life points. All you have to do now is summon yourself your final Master Diamond. So we're going to banish ourselves that Lazuli we just sent. And all we have to do now is activate Fusion and send ourselves this guy because we need it for the effect of our final Master Diamond. We can either send Seraphonite or we can send Lapis, doesn't really matter, because we will have enough monsters to end the game. So we got our final Master Diamond right here. Put it right there. Doesn't matter which zone it goes in because we're burning our opponent for the final, the final stretch. And all we have to do at this point is banish our final Lady Lapis Lazuli. Banish that. Now you can send from either your main deck or the extra deck to the graveyard. I'm just going to take one of these guys, toss it over here. That's a regular Master Diamond. Just in case you run out of Master Diamonds, it's good to run 3. So we have ourselves a total of 8,000 points of damage. You can actually pull about, I believe it's 9,000 with this deck, but just for safety's sake, you have a general idea about how to play the deck, how it goes, all the bases of it. I was trying to do a first take. In the first take, I mentioned something about in the case you run into hand traps, that's another big thing. This deck doesn't actually do well against hand traps, unless, of course, you main out, I suggest Call by the Grave, or maybe Ash Blossom. Those are the two main things. Call by the Grave is the cheapest thing to go for right now because it's the most accessible card. Extreme Force Special Edition also gave us Gamma, which is another out to Ash Blossom. That's another thing that stops your deck for the most point. But that kind of just evens it out. I'm gonna stop this at about the 10-minute mark, just to give you a general idea. This was Gem Knight FTK. This is how it works. I'm probably gonna do another video on Lightsworn maybe. I'm also gonna probably do a pack opening on Friday, or not Friday. I'm sorry, Saturday, maybe even next week. But thank you guys. If you guys did watch this, please like this. I want to make more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. I'm really looking forward to making, hopefully, a decent enough channel. I know this is probably a potato camera quality type of video, but thank you for watching, and we've just hit past the 10-minute mark. Thank you, and I hope to see you all again.